All right, I have knit across the needle. I have 2 more stitches left on my left needle. This is the last one I'm going to stitch. Then this is the yarn over pair. And my instructions say yarn forward, knit 1, knit to next yarn over pair, turn. And this is my second sock, so I'm going to turn the work now. So I've turned the work. I've got my yarn over pair here. It's kind of bulky, and then I've got the stitch. So now I'm going to do row 4, which says bring the row to the back, bring the yarn to the back, as if you were going to knit. Now I'm going to purl. So the yarn has to come forward, and if I were regularly purling, I would bring the yarn over my needle like that. So let's see with the yarn in the back if I can do the same thing. If it were in the front, I would bring the yarn over the needle from front to back. So I'm going to bring the yarn to the back. Now in order to purl, I have to bring the yarn over the front, my needle's through my stitch. I don't know, it's kind of awkward. I just have to get that yarn through. Maybe it doesn't matter how I do it. If I wrap it around like that, I just think that's going to be weird. I don't want to twist the stitch. That works. Is it twisted? Yeah, it's twisted. I'll just twist it back. Maybe I'll figure out a less awkward way to do that as I go. Okay. Oh, the light in my room just went out. Go back on, light. Go back on. I'm here. I'm standing here. Aha. Okay. Motion detector light. I've been sitting still for too long. All right. So that was yarn back, purl 1. Purl to next yarn over pair. I'm purling, and the cool thing about short rows is that the rows get shorter. So it will take me 1 less stitch to get across than it did the time before, because I'm going to stop before I get to the end of the row. I'm purling across. It is 7:30. We'll see what I can get done in the next 10 minutes. Hopefully this is going to make enough sense that we're not going to have to record every blessed row of this toe. Excuse me, I think I get where it's going now though, so it's getting kind of fun. So we're about to get to the end, and we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other way. With my 2 yarns, I think I've made it a little harder to tell, but this is the yarn over pair. If I can pick this up here, right here is the yarn over right here. It's like a wrap around my stitch. So I'm going to knit this last one. Now just like I did before, I'm going to slip that yarn over pair, and then I'm going to go over here and do my next sock. But remember, the first one was the one I slipped, and I needed to turn. Oh, my mole hairs are getting all tangled up. That's what mole hair likes to do, I think. You go over here. Okay, so I'm going to, so there it is, just hanging out. So I'm going to slip that back. And now I'm going to do row 4, which is bring the yarn to the back, bring the yarn to the back, purl 1. Can I bring it through that way? No. Maybe I'll just... This is so funny how awkward that is. Okay, let's see. If we wrap it that way. So through, we're going to grab it. Does it want to come through? I'm wanting to grab this stitch with my fingers. I knit kind of tight, and sometimes it makes some of these things tricky for me. I wonder if it would be easier if I were a looser knitter. It just seems like I shouldn't have to grab it with my fingers to get the yarn through. Okay, so I've got my needle into purl, the yarn's on the back, I bring it over across. I have to grab the yarn. I feel like I want to hook it. I did my little twisty thing again and made my twisted stitch. Just seemed easier. Oh, but that's not twisted, it's the right way. I don't understand this at all. All right, well, we'll keep going. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so there's my purl stitch. And now I'm gonna purl back. And I'll meet you at the other end.